the key I've learned now is you got to get ahead of that change. Right? If you're in this room, you are ahead of it. Thank goodness. Right? I can't tell you how many lawyers I've tried to refer because of when I get in the house, I say, oh, well, this is dementia. I can't touch this. Or an estate situation where I'm like, hey, look, there's a power of attorney here. We were talking with someone at breakfast about that. I've got a power of attorney that I'm cleaning, and I know the guy's going to die mid-clean out. There's no way he's going to make it because he's already in the hospital. Do I even want that job? No, I'm about to stop because the minute he dies, that power of attorney is now void. Okay? Did I know that 10 years ago? No. Guess who told me? A lawyer that I met at a breakfast. Right? And it changed our business because we continue to talk to everybody. Right? Don't wait for the industry to shift. I know this is a little cheesy, but I have to say it out loud. You need to be a part of that shift. Create the local memberships about this. Don't join a group. Create the group. Create the content. Be the head of the content. Right? Figure out where it's going. I meet with all my clients after, 6 months after, because when they give me the last check, they're either stoked or they're not. There's not really anything in between. And none of them have hired me because life was good. So I let that grief settle, and I meet with them 6 months to a year, and I take them to lunch or breakfast, and I say, hey, what was good? What was bad? What do you wish had happened a year later? Right? And for us, it was actually accounting and legal. That's what we needed to know more about. Because we were finding financial documents, we were finding financial instruments, and then we were finding legal paperwork. We had a situation where we found a will halfway through the clean out. That turns out there was a third kid that the two that hired us didn't know anything about. And I called my buddy who was a lawyer. He's like, get out of there right now. He said, don't even finish the job. Lock the key, call the lawyer that hired you. He said, I'll handle it from here. Right? You've got to have this vast group of contacts. And the local ones are really, really, really going to help you. Right? Studying part of your need. Now, I really want to stress foes. If you have a competitor, your industry is young enough, this specialization, they're going to have business they don't want. And you got business you don't want. Right? Believe it or not, if you're the one thing you're going to take away today, the strangers are going to grow your business more than your friends will. Right? I promise you. Go meet your competitor that you really don't like, that guy that spends a lot of money on cheesy ads. Right? Go meet with them all because you'll find out what you do want to do and what you don't want to do together. Right? How I got on TV, I always say nobody wanted to do it. I actually knew I wanted to do it. I was getting a check and a hug with every one of my clients. Every client, they give me a check and then they give me a big hug and we cry. That's special. I wanted to get that on TV somehow. So I called everybody I knew. I said, anybody know anybody on TV? I put it on Facebook. And finally, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend connected me with Peter Walsh, who was Oprah's cleaning guy, organizer. He got asked to do the TV show. He didn't want to do it. He said, well, this guy, Matt Paxton, he'll do anything. Call him. And that's how I got the show. I did it because I had met Peter Walsh 5 years previously at a conference. And he was a big wig, and I was nobody, and I went up and I gave him my card. And then I called him every month for 3 years. And he never returned my call. Until he remembered me because I didn't go away. He's still, and I tell that story. He called me since. He said, please tell people not to contact me. He's like, a lot of people in your speeches are hitting me up on Twitter now.